much as possible. We have another one, I think, coming up, a project, a very similar project, actually, of a guy who had an aneurysm. He's a Hispanic guy who has 2 children and is totally debilitated in a wheelchair. He can't speak. And he has a piece of his head missing. And so we're going to, I'm just starting to try to get him started till we can get him in the same way. And, Bakersfield Memorial Hospital is going to help me out again, I'm sure.
Oh, nice. And the idea on something like that, you're going to like custom build him a piece of skull and implant it and put it in his head for him.
Correct.
And I've seen you do that before with my old. I saw what you did with Steven, and you're helping him out with his plate situation. And there's just not a lot of. You assume that all physicians are going to kind of be like that. And like I said, I'm not knocking the ones that aren't, because that's their deal, man. Everybody's got to walk their own walk. But boy, would the world be a better place if there were a bunch more Dr. Devs in it.
Yeah, no, well, there are those, Scott. I got to tell you.
Oh, there's a bunch of them out there that I don't hear about.
Our community's got a bunch of them, and some of the guys that I trained with are some stand-up guys.
My dentist goes down to Mexico and works on little kids for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all the time, right? And you got to love that. You just got to love people.
It makes me wish if I had that skill set to do that. What am I going to do? Go somewhere in the world and talk to people for nothing? Ooh,
yeah, well,
that's helpful.
You know what? We all do something. I mean, you put up lights.
Yeah,
Christmas.
Right?
Oh boy, for people that
we've got a haul this year, boy.
Is that right?
We're going to be some busy little bees.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to get more people involved.
Yeah, it really is. I don't even know if you can talk about this or wanted to talk about this, but this next project you have where you're talking about getting this whole surgical center thing done.
Oh yeah, that's a great little project.
That's a big little project. You're going to build a surgical center. Yeah, that's a little side thing.
We're building one. Here's the part that a lot of people don't know, Scott. You kind of know it because we talk about other issues and concerns, but part of that surgery center is going to be dedicated to Kern County. And I'm going to find kids whose parents normally wouldn't take them to have certain operations and stuff like that. Now, I can't do babies because it's not safe to do babies in a surgery center. But you can do minor little things on kids. Some kids have these big little, or these moles on their faces that just grow, and they don't want to get rid of them because the parents can't afford to pay for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little foundation that's going to get little money in it, and we're going to use that to kind of pay these kids.
Right.
The care.
And that's a huge quality of life thing for a person like that.
And the surgery center is going to have no cost associated with it, so we're not going to charge these patients anything. It's for the aftercare if they amount of money to take care of that afterwards.
So you know what a fan I am of stuff like that. Well, I tell you, we got to take a break. When we come back, we still haven't talked about some of the work that you've done abroad, which again, holy cow. Wait till you get a load of all of this, honestly. If you hear little bits and pieces about Dr. Dev and what he does, it's kind of believable, because you just hear bits and pieces. But if you know the guy and you see what he does this stuff all the time, it's almost like a character in a movie that you wouldn't believe. There's just no way. Nobody does all that stuff, but this guy actually does, and we'll tell you some more of it on the other side of this. But if you need if you need a needle taken out of your foot or your head's stove in or whatever, or maybe there's something we can do about hop. I don't know. Something humane. We'll be right back. It's First Look with Scott Cox. It's Bakersfield.com and News Talk 1180 KE.